The Fox 29 News at 6:30 starts now. We've got you covered.
New developments in the Baby June investigation. The electronic evidence uncovered that detectives say helped lead to an arrest. Plus, finding a sense of calm. A new survey reveals children are struggling with mental health. Tonight, how to teach social and emotional intelligence to your children at home. We'll start this half hour, though. South Florida cooling down as we head toward the holidays. First alert meteorologist Kate Wenson joining me in the Weather Center tonight with our weekend forecast. Boy, that cool air felt great today.
Yeah, and in fact, so now the next week is going to be seasonably cool, and then about a week from today, we're talking about seriously cold weather for South Florida. So Steve's already been talking about that snuggle alert.
Awesome.
It looks like it's coming. All right, well, we do have some showers around tonight. Now, they're very light in nature, and I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans, but maybe take an umbrella with you just to be on the safe side. We're mainly tracking the rain across Lake Okeechobee region into Martin County and portions of southern St. Lucie County, and just a few light showers across northern Palm Beach County. Right now, the temperature in West Palm Beach, 67 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 6. So temperatures around the region already a little bit cooler inland, 66 for the folks in Okeechobee, 65 Belle Glade, 64 Sebastian, and Boca Raton. You're hanging steady at 69 degrees. Now, as we wake up tomorrow morning for your Saturday, it is going to be chilly, especially for Indian River County. Wake up temperature for Sebastian, 54, 55, Vero Beach, and Okeechobee, 56, Belle Glade, 58. Right along the immediate coastline, temperatures in the mid-60s. I'll have your forecast for the weekend, plus a look ahead to that significant cold front.
Thank you. Today, the woman PBSO says is the mother of baby June appeared before a judge, now accused of the murder of the infant. She's being held without bond. Fox 29's Matt Cesney has been following the case and has more.
Arya Singh walked into her first appearance in handcuffs, her lawyer at her side. She listened only, saying nothing for a full minute. The woman accused of killing baby June, her own baby, on the day the child was born 4 years ago. Details and evidence are still being released. PBSO unfolding the mystery of baby June and the actions of her mother.
She says she didn't know she was pregnant. She wasn't feeling very well. She went to a hotel room. She didn't want to stay home so people wouldn't ask her questions about what was going on. She had the baby in the hotel room bathroom. She didn't know she was pregnant until she saw that the baby had come out.
According to the probable cause affidavit, detectives did match DNA of baby June with Singh, getting a DNA sample from the mother on a discarded coffee cup. Cell phone records also, PBSO says, place Singh near where the infant was found at the Boynton Beach Inlet just after 9:30 the night of May 30th, 2018, hours after apparently giving birth.
We're able to get search warrants for phone records, for GPS data location. We were lucky to even get that from 4.5 years ago. We learned that she was at the Boynton Beach Inlet on May 30th, 2018, so to about 40 hours prior to when we located this baby.
As word of the baby's death made news, Singh, the report says, logged 574 computer searches of the Boynton Inlet and watched 64 online articles about baby June. All of it, authorities say, leading to just one conclusion.
The sheriff set out the evidence, and so, when you look at all the evidence, we think obviously there's a good enough case to prosecute for first-degree murder.
Matt Cesney, Fox 29 News.
Well, the case of baby June strikingly similar to a much older cold case out of Martin County. Baby Moses was also a newborn discovered dead in the water in the 1980s. Megan McRoberts reports why it's been so hard for so long to also close the case for baby Moses.
Very, very happy to announce that today we have all those questions answered.
It took 4 years to solve the mystery behind the death of baby June, a days-old baby who detectives say was dropped in the ocean in Boynton Beach by its mother, now arrested for murder. Those 4 years felt long to many, but a blink to detectives in Martin County. They've waited 40 years and counting for new clues to solve the baby Moses mystery.
We've already started studying Palm Beach's case with the baby June case. And so if we see something in there that helps us, we'll do it.
A baby who suffered an eerily similar fate as baby June, discovered in 1983, dead and floating in the St. Lucie River.
Using the technology that was available at that time, the detectives did everything they could to identify the body.
But that old technology led detectives at the time to a dead end.
They were not able to locate or to identify the parents.
The baby was eventually buried in a Stewart cemetery in the mix with other unidentified babies. Poor documentation at the time made it hard for detectives to even guess which of those little bodies was baby Moses. But in 2016, detectives exhumed those tiny frail remains with hopes that newer technology could help them ID which baby was baby Moses and who its parents were. A forensics team tried pulling DNA from those poorly preserved bones.
The degradation of the remains were such that technology as we have today is not able to determine who the baby was.
That's what still stands between Martin County getting the answers that Palm Beach County is seeing.
They had a leg up because they had fresher remains, and they also were able to use DNA, modern DNA techniques that don't work on our case.
But all hope isn't lost as DNA technology continues to become sharper. Baby Moses's remains will be tested over and over again through the years.
There is a hope someday that with advances in DNA technology, we may yet bring justice to this case.
Megan McRoberts, Fox 29 News.
The promises to fix Florida's property insurance crisis becomes reality, when you can expect to finally see relief and how lawmakers plan to hold insurers accountable. And if you have a sick kid at home and can't find fever-reducing meds, you're not alone. Wonder what you can do if you find yourself in this situation. Well, Republicans tout as the meatiest, beefiest property insurance reform in state history got the governor's signature this morning in Fort Myers Beach. Will it reignite Florida's smoldering market, or will policyholders be left with a bad taste? Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders has a look.
Well, we started the week right here in Tallahassee with a bunch of promises and a lot of pages, more than 100 of them, overhauling the state's property insurance code. What we're left with at the end of the week is a shiny new law and a lot of hope that it will deliver. The goal from the get-go was to stabilize the insurance market, bring in more private competition, and maybe premiums would drop.
This is an issue that has been roiling the state for decades.
The governor Friday signed that massive reform bill to try and make it happen, which hinges on the hope that capitalism will do its thing.
The best thing for a consumer is that if you can go out and make people compete for your business, if they have to do that, then they're going to give you better customer service. They're going to give you better rates. They're going to do all that.
The policy's two biggest gifts to insurers: $1 billion tax dollars to cut their reinsurance costs and reducing consumer incentives to sue.
I think finally they've stepped up and have tried to address them this year, but previous legislatures dropped the ball.
Former state senator Jeff Brandes has regularly sounded the alarm on property insurance. Now he's feeling like lawmakers are making progress.
Florida could not continue to be the most litigious state and the most hurricane-prone state and expect lower rates.
Some of the changes come online immediately, others in January. Even so, it'll take time for new insurers to arrive, new plans to start, and litigation to resolve. It has Republicans saying a rate drop might take between 18 months to upwards of 2 years. They vowed to hold insurers accountable, even bolstering the insurance regulator's office with $1.7 million.
We are going to hold their feet to the fire, and I mean that.
For Democrats, who almost universally rejected the policy, it remains a sore spot.
What we're doing is we're bailing out insurance companies.
All week, members called for mandated premium caps and rate freezes to no avail. Leader of the House Democrats, Fentress Driscoll, said in a Friday statement, quote, "How many people are going to lose their homes before this trickle-down plan offers any relief?" The new law also wants to return the state-backed carrier Citizens to its role as insurer of last resort. It has new competitive pricing regulations as well as requirements for flood insurance that will potentially shed thousands of policy carriers from the program over the next several years. The reason why? Well, Republicans say they want to limit the liability that taxpayers have in the event of another major storm. That's the latest out here at the Capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.
For other people to be thankful for it and be like, oh, you're doing a good job, you're bringing smiles. It's like, wow, I'm doing this.
The famed Jupiter Grinch revealed new tonight why he had to take a step back this year from riding all over town in full costume. And we're asking, when will the Grinch make a comeback?
And tonight we're tracking a few showers, but next Friday we're tracking a cold front that will also put a smile on your face. All those details coming up after the break.
For the 20 years I've been a pharmacist, I've never seen a need like this.
If you're a parent or grandparent, you may have seen this. The demand is great right now for medicines for kids with high fevers. Flu, COVID, and RSV surging may mean there's more of a need for these pain and fever reducing meds. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is reportedly keeping close tabs on the supply. As Fox 29's Tori Dunham reports, parents say it's making them nervous.
We're in the height of sick season right now, and parents say they're concerned when they go in to look for children's fever and pain reducers. They see empty shelves. The big question is, when will this all end?
Narav Patel,
It is real.
a pharmacist and owner of Robalo Pharmacy in Lake Park,
Here I would have liquid Tylenol generic drops.
checks his shelves
This is what we have is Tylenol liquid. I was able to grab a couple bottles of.
and stock.
I am trying to hunt it down. I've been able to get little at a time on hand.
It's a personal mission to help his patients.
For the 20 years I've been a pharmacist, I've never seen a need like this.
The sounds and sights of sickness seem everlasting right now.
We can't find anything anywhere, and we have sick kids. It's terrible.
Couple that with a lack of meds,
The shelves are empty, no matter where you go.
and this mom says it's overwhelming. On the hunt for medication, sick children in tow.
When your kid has a fever, it's really stressful.
Pediatrician Dr. Shannon Fox Levine says the problem is real.
It makes sense that the more that people are using Motrin and Tylenol, the more quickly they might be disappearing from the shelves, and the suppliers having a harder time keeping up with the demand. What everyone needs to remember, though, is that fever is our friend, and it's important to not overtreat fever.
She says treat symptoms of the child, malaise, body ache. Stay in contact with your doctor, use tepid baths, and warns not to take matters into your own hands when it comes to kids' medicine.
To play pharmacist at home is not recommended. If there were a complete shortage of all liquid medications, then we would be able to guide parents as far as how to maybe use the tablets, but that is not recommended at this point.
Tori Dunham, Fox 29.
Well, some pharmacies are beginning to struggle with a shortage of a medication widely used to treat the flu. According to two national pharmacy groups, Tamiflu and its generic versions are in short supply this year. The medicine doesn't kill the virus, but does slow it down. If you live in Jupiter or even pass through occasionally, you know about the famed Jupiter Grinch. He's tough to miss, riding around town around the holidays in full costume, spreading smiles and giving waves to many. But as Fox 29's Ashley Glass reports, things look and feel a little different for the Jupiter Grinch this year, and there's an important message about mental health at the heart of it.
I thought that would be the coolest thing.
An infectious smile, ear to ear, as the young man behind the Jupiter Grinch is revealed. He's a holiday tradition born from the pandemic.
I thought, because it was so bad of a year, like a lot of sadness and, the quarantine and all that, I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll be funny, just drive around as a Grinch. It's a grumpy year, so a grumpy Grinch. And a lot of families loved it. A lot of kids loved it.
Loving it is understating it. Christian Renteria riding all over town on his motorcycle, stopping at countless schools and charitable community events.
Everybody was like, no, we want the Grinch. And the kids were like, oh, hi, Santa. But then the Grinch, everybody's like, oh, it's the Grinch, it's the Grinch.
But the Grinch tapping the brakes.
I just wanted to take some time to kind of get myself mentally there.
Posting on social media, he's taking a break this year.
Truthfully, this year's been a kind of a hectic year for me. Just kind of got overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, and I figured, you know what, I need to kind of put some space for myself and think about stuff, and take some time just to kind of focus on myself.
Comments of love and gratitude pouring in.
I realized that seeing how everybody was so kind of supporting of it.
The positivity filling Christian's cup just enough that he now feels strong enough to get back on the bike this weekend.
I do look forward to coming home to see everybody, and I will have some fun with it. And I hope everybody can have a good laugh with me.
A laugh and a wave and a reminder from our favorite Grinch to make inner peace priority this holiday season.
It helps, just take a moment and look at the small good things. We all do something good. We all take everything day by day. Just look at the small things. You wake up in the morning, you did a good job already.
Reporting in Jupiter, Ashley Glass, Fox 29 News. We've got you covered.
All right, we are tracking a few light showers on this Friday evening, but they should not put a damper on your plans because they're very light in nature. In fact, right now, mainly limited to Martin County, some showers moving off Lake Okeechobee. So Indiantown, you're seeing some activity right now, as well as Jensen Beach, some light activity, Sewell's Point and Palm City. Very light showers moving from west to east. But for the most part, we're not looking at a lot of rain tonight, and you can see just some extremely light activity over Okeechobee County. But it was a dreary day for us here in South Florida. We're used to lots of sunshine, but today we had lots of overcast skies due to that frontal boundary just hanging out, stalling across the area, which gave us widespread stratus clouds. Now, from time to time, we saw a few sunny breaks, and that was nice, but that wasn't really the trend throughout the afternoon. And you can see skies pretty dark across Palm City as the sun has now set. Well, current winds out of the north and northwest, anywhere from about 5 to 7 miles per hour. And with that northerly wind flow, our temperatures will be a bit on the cool side tonight and cooler tomorrow than we have seen over the past few days. Right now it's 64 in Okeechobee, 64 Belle Glade, 70 degrees in Stewart, mild there, 69 in Boca. Now, if you're headed out this Friday evening, here's what you can expect. Temperatures in the upper 60s, so pretty comfortable there. Mostly cloudy skies, and from time to time, a few intermittent showers will be possible. So here's a look at your wake up temperatures Saturday morning, mid to upper 60s near the Palm Beach County coastline, low 60s across our western communities, and for the Treasure Coast, lots of 50s. A few spots will dip down to just 60 degrees, Stewart and Hobe Sound. Everyone else in the 50s, in fact 53 for Vero Beach, Sebastian, and Fellsmere. By Lake Okeechobee, 51 degrees tonight in the town of Okeechobee, so grab those extra blankets perhaps for the bed. 54 tonight in Belle Glade. Vipercast showing these intermittent light showers on and off tonight, tomorrow, and that's because we have a frontal boundary stalled out over us. And then Sunday, we're looking at another reinforcing shot of some cooler, drier air. So here's the setup tomorrow. Some sunny breaks and a few showers. Not a bad forecast tonight. 65 degrees. Wind staying out of the north at 10. And here's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures in the low to upper 70s until next Friday. Friday night's low, 46 degrees.
All right, Kate, thank you. Today, a new survey from a group that offers mental health services to schools found hundreds of parents and administrators believe children are struggling now more than ever with their mental health and their development. It's a complex issue that some early childhood advocates are working to address through a model that teaches kids how to problem solve and express themselves while spending time with those they love. Rochelle Allian explains.
Calm and kids are probably two words that don't go together in many minds. But for years, the folks at Steps to Maturity Learning Center have been using a calm approach to teach their kids about problem solving.
Calm down and to take deep breaths and to relax.
And they say the one-on-one time spent working with the kids on this has been life-changing for everyone involved, much to the excitement of early childhood leaders who helped develop this learning model.
The CALM program really focuses on mindfulness and really the social emotional development of young children.
Marnie Fuente with Hillsborough Community College's Early Childhood Department says the pandemic has been a major disruptor of childhood development, and the impact has trickled into other areas like academics and mental health. So to help this holiday season, they're launching an initiative called The Present of Your Presence. The goal is to make sure that intentional time spent with parents and caregivers who can help reinforce a child's early development isn't lost among the excitement and toys.
Being present is about playfulness, eye contact, listening, and talking to one another.
That was Rochelle Allian reporting. To learn more about the CALM program and to access resources over the holiday break, visit their website, calmhcc.org. We'll be right back. Well, this holiday weekend, a holiday charity ride is cruising through the Treasure Coast for a good cause. Harley-Davidson is doing a Santa ride on Sunday at 11 a.m. Riders will be taking the beach route up to Jetty Park and then returning to Indian River Drive without stopping. Registration begins at 9:30 a.m. It costs $20 per person to join the ride, and it's $10 for passengers. All proceeds will go to a local Army veteran family. Riders will drop off gifts and money afterward.
And one last look at your weather forecast for this weekend. Temperatures in the 70s, a little bit cooler for Sunday, the beginning of Hanukkah. And then we warm things back up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before our big cold front next Friday that drops our lows into the 40s.
Kate, thank you. And thanks for staying with us on this Friday night for the Fox 29 News at 6:30. We're back at 10 for more local news. Flip it over to our partners at WPTV News Channel 5 for your 7 o'clock news. Have a good weekend.